I left work early and turned my computer on just to stare at that godforsaken site. I typed in Alex's name once again, just to confirm that I had in fact read it correctly. Then I thought about what I could do with the predictions. I could look up the names of everyone I knew, including myself. Maybe I could even prevent them from dying. But just the knowledge of our demise was too great of a power, and at first I couldn't bring myself just to do it. Just for hours, I just sat there and stared at the empty box, trying to muster up enough bravery to look up another name. After an eternity of trepidation, I finally found an ounce of braveness. With shaky fingers, I typed in my mother's name, Lucy Hawford, 19th of October, 1975. And almost instantly I got a response. Lucy Hawford, cardiac arrest, 7th of June, 2051. I let out a sigh of relief and started thinking of ways to get her healthy by that time, decades away. Then I started searching up my other family members, most of which would die from age-related diseases. Then I came to my brother's name, and a message I received immediately sent me into panic. Brandon Hofford, car crash, March the 30th, 2021. He would be dead in just a few days. Knowing what would happen to Alex, I didn't hesitate with calling him. I begged him just to stay home for the next couple of days, telling him his life was in immediate danger. When he asked why, I just asked him to trust me. The two of us had an unspoken agreement that whenever something truly mattered, we'd both support each other, even without a reason. I wanted to tell him what I'd seen, but the words kind of froze in my throat. That was the first time I attempted to explain the situation, but something deep within me kept me frozen in place. Then I just told him not to drive, and he obliged, as he heard in my voice just how serious I was. Still, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't tell him the details. The laws of physics had bent to keep the site a secret. On the morning of March the 30th, I called him again to check that everything was going according to plan. He remained calm and had no intentions of leaving his home. He was planning to binge-watch whatever show available and order takeaway, and that was it. He was so calm about it, to the point where I almost managed to relax myself. But as evening approached, I got another phone call. My brother had died in a car crash, just as predicted. Apparently the takeout he'd ordered had traces of nuts in it, causing an anaphylactic reaction. His EpiPen had somehow been left at work, leaving him with no help. Rather than call an ambulance, he decided to take the chance and drive to get his pen. A much shorter trip. He passed out just as he reached the office, colliding with the building, killing him on impact. I couldn't save him. In the wake of my brother's death, I kept searching up names of people I knew, hoping to save those who were up for an untimely death. Once I'd cleared the people closest to me, I started looking up strangers, quickly finding people who'd soon be murder victims, killed in accidents, so-called preventable deaths. As with Brandon, I just couldn't form the physical words that explained where I had the information, and no matter how hard I try, there's nothing I can do to prevent their deaths. That stood on the website, was written in stone, unchanging and eerie. As the days passed and the people kept dying, I was about to give up. I so desperately wanted to share the existence of the page, but I couldn't physically do it. In the end, there was only one name left to look up. My own. though I didn't need any prophecy to know exactly what's about to happen. Michael Hawford. Suicide. The 4th of May, 2021.